Assalamualaikum and hi, we are from Technobyte team. We'll discuss and present one topic about technology in Malaysia, which is gaming technology. So firstly, I want to introduce you guys about group members of this presentation. Firstly, it is me, the group leader. My name is Hazmi Syafiq bin Hamiruddin. My student ID is AK1083343.
Assalamualaikum. Nama yang diberi Muhammad Fahad bin Aim Raja. Student ID AK1083341.
My name is Adam Fitri bin Ibrahim. My student ID is AT1083312.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Afiq bin Karunaha and my student ID is AT1083301.
In this presentation, we will discuss several topics about gaming technology. So firstly, we are gonna discuss about introduction to gaming technology. Next is features and functions of gaming technology and gaming advantage to technology and contribution of gaming to society. For the first slide of this presentation is introduction to gaming. Gaming started at the early days of computer technology. Gaming started with simple text-based games giving way to increasingly complex and visually impressive experience. After a few years, gaming has evolved from pixelated graphics and limited gameplay mechanics to lifelike 3D environments, sophisticated artificial intelligence and intricate storytelling. There are several types of games such as single-player games, multiplayer games, online games, mobile games, virtual reality games which is VR and esports games. Next, there are various types of gaming platforms which are such as Xbox, mobile gaming, computer gaming, PlayStation, VR headset, and Nintendo Switch. We can conclude that gaming technology has made many big changes by creating various platforms for its users to play and enjoy video games. So, in this presentation, we will talk about a platform that made a big change to gaming technology, which is PlayStation.
The next slide is who has created the technology. The PlayStation was conceived by Ken Kutaragi, a Sony executive who managed a hardware engineering division and was later dubbed the father of the PlayStation. Kutaragi's interest in working with video games stemmed from seeing his daughter play a game on Nintendo Famicom. Kutaragi convinced Nintendo to use his SPC700 sound processor in the Super Nintendo Entertainment System through a demonstration of the processor capabilities. His willingness to work with Nintendo derived from both his admiration of the Famicom and conviction in video game, becoming the main home use entertainment system. Although Kutaragi was nearly fired because he worked with Nintendo without Sony knowledge, President Norio Ohga recognized the potential in Kutaragi's chief and decided to keep him as protege. The inception of the PlayStation dates back to 1988 joint venture between Nintendo and Sony. Nintendo had produced floppy disk technology to complement cartridge in the form of the family computer disk system, and wanted to continue this complementary storage strategy for the SNES. Since Sony was already contracted to produce the SPC700 sound processor for the SNES, Nintendo contracted Sony to develop CD-ROM add-on tentatively titled the PlayStation or SNES CD. The PlayStation name had already been trademarked by Yamaha, but Nobuyuki Ide liked it so much that he agreed to acquire it for an undisclosed sum rather than search for alternative.
I am here to talk about how was the PlayStation developed. There are many factors regarding the growth of the technology, but today I'm only going to go through about 3 factors which I consider the main factors that make this technology successful. By the way, this is the father of PlayStation, Mr. Ken Kutaragi. Anyways, the 3 factors that I'm about to go through are, as you can see on the slide, that we prepared. The first is hardware and design, followed by software development kit, SDK, and lastly, prototyping and testing. The first one, hardware design. The hardware team works on designing the specifications and components for the new console. Involves decisions about the CPU, GPU, memory, storage, and other technical aspects. Secondly, the software development kit SDK. Sony creates an SDK that allows game developers to create content for the new PlayStation console. The SDK provides tools, libraries, and documentation to help developers optimize their games for the console's hardware. And lastly, prototyping and testing. Prototypes of the new console are created for testing and refinement. At this point, they are trying to try and error for the best. It involves rigorous testing to identify and address hardware and software issues, performance bottlenecks, and potential design flaws. And that is all. As a PlayStation customer, I can say the development were one of the best. It attracts many customers, including myself. The way they drop the trailer for the new technology, it just hypes me up and makes me want to save money to purchase the tech.
So the next slide is about how much it costs. PlayStation marketing started in 1995 with the launch of its first model PlayStation 1 until the latest model PlayStation 5 in 2020. So for the PlayStation 1 is around RM1385. For PlayStation 2 is around RM1500. For PlayStation 3, the launch price is RM2800, and PlayStation 4 is around 2500, and the last one is PlayStation 5. The latest one is RM2500 also.
Now, we will discuss about features and function of PlayStation. First is PlayStation 1. This is the first model of Sony PlayStation, which is out on 1995. The features is 3D graphics. The PS1 marked a significant leap in gaming graphics with its ability to render 3D environments and characters. This capability opened the door to more immersive and visually engaging gaming experiences. The functions of PlayStation 1 is the primary function of the PS1 game was gaming. It played a vast library of game titles on CD-ROMs, offering a wide range of genres including action, adventure, role-playing, sports, racing, and more. Next is PlayStation 2, which is the second model of Sony PlayStation that was out on 2000. The features is DVD and CD playback, analog controller, digital surround sound, and integrated port for network gaming. The functions of this PlayStation 2 is they introduced the DualShock 2 controller, which built upon the original DualShock's design. It included analog thumbsticks, vibration feedback, and pressure-sensitive face button. The third PlayStation model is PlayStation 3, which is out on 2006. The features is the first gaming consoles to include a Blu-ray disc player, contributing the rise of high-definition media. The functions of this PlayStation 3 is continued the tradition of gaming with improved graphics, better performance, and a diverse library of games. Next is PlayStation 4, which is out on 2013. The features is this PlayStation 4 have PlayStation Plus. The PS4 subscription service provided free monthly games, multiplayer access, and exclusive discounts. The function is share button. The DualShock 4 controller had a dedicated share button that made it easier to capture and share screenshots and video clips on social media. And the last model of Sony PlayStation, and the latest one is PlayStation 5. There are many features, which is ultra-fast SSD. The PS5 featured an SSD that drastically reduced loading times and improved overall performance. Next is that it have PlayStation Plus collection. PS5 owners with a PlayStation Plus subscription gain access to a collection of acclaimed PS4 games for free. Next is the functions of PlayStation 5. The first function is user interface UI enhancements. The PS5 introduced a revamped user interface with features like the control center for quick access to key functions and activities. And the second one, it has dual sense controller. It introduced advanced haptic feedback and adaptive triggers for more immersive gameplay experience. Next, we will discuss about gaming advantages to technology. So, how does it make existing technologies better? So, from the beginning, Sony understood the key importance of indirect network effects in the gaming industry and were very smart in taking advantage of them. Before the PlayStation was released, Sony established Sony Computer Entertainment, a creative division to contribute with games and console development for the PlayStation. Additionally, they signed up 250 video game developers to build a considerable library of games for the console, giving users a lot of options from the beginning. On the developer side, the PlayStation was technologically superior and much more attractive for the developers than their competitors. By having CD-ROMs and 3D graphics, the developers were able to create much more sophisticated games than for its competitors' consoles, with advanced graphics and much more capacity for game storage. Final Fantasy, one of the most successful video game sagas ever, changed to PlayStation after developing 6 titles for Nintendo and Super Nintendo. The main reason for this was that their new title, Final Fantasy 11, couldn't fit into the small capacity Nintendo 64 cartridge. Many games critics see this event as one of the key factors of Sony's success in the gaming industry and credit Final Fantasy 11 as the game that sold the PlayStation.
PlayStation, a popular gaming platform developed by Sony Interactive Entertainment, can contribute to society in several ways. Number 1. Entertainment and relaxation. PlayStation provides a source of entertainment and relaxation for people of all ages. Video game can serve as a stress reliever, helping individuals unwind and escape from the pressure of daily life. Number 2. Social interaction. Online multiplayer game on PlayStation fosters social interaction and connection among players from around the world. Gamers can collaborate, strategies, and build friendship regardless of geographical boundaries. The last one, education and skill development. Many games on PlayStation are designed to be educational and promote skill development. They can enhance problem-solving abilities, strategic thinking, hand-eye coordination, and creativity. The conclusion. In summary, PlayStation contributes to society by providing entertainment, education, and opportunities for innovation and employment. It also plays a role in charitable activities and promote inclusivity and community building. As a gaming continues to evolve, its impact on society is likely to grow in various positive ways. That's all from me.
Thank you. That's all from us for this presentation of gaming technology. I hope you all understand